Welcome, it's King Lizzard on Xbox One with Destiny Sparrow Racing. This is here for 3 weeks basically. So it's one of many types of updates that Bungie are going to be doing in the future. However, they're doing lots of smaller updates. They are going to do one big one in spring apparently, but the majority of their focus is going to be on smaller events like this. Now, take out of that what you will. Sparrow Racing as it goes is actually really good fun. For me, it's just very similar to PlayStation's WIPEOUT 2097. I did stall on the line there a bit, and the reason for that is that to accelerate, it's actually the LT trigger and not the RT trigger as we're used to in most games. So do be wary of that. I don't know if that's something pulled across from PlayStation or something, but it. You'll see me make a couple of mistakes there. I managed to squeeze myself straight out in the first place on this first lap. Now, the key thing with this is you do have a lot of descents and stuff. You will find it quite easy to unlock gear for your rider, or at least I am. I've had, I think, about 6 helmets, a couple of chest pieces, and an arm piece so far, and they do have benefits to racing. So, for instance, the helmet I'm wearing in some of my later races, I can actually drop a lot faster on bits like that. On those descents, I can pull back on the stick and it'll actually allow me to fall a lot quicker, which will obviously allow me to get back into racing again a lot faster too. And also pushing forward allows me to accelerate just that little bit faster. So some of the gear does have some benefits, so it's definitely worth picking up some of the gear and using that, and do read, in the gear description what it does and how you implement it, because it will help you racing. Now, this bike I'm racing here is actually the standard year 1 gift bike, the Raven still. So this actually, for an initial Sparrow Racing event, this bike did me pretty well, to be honest. I recently won the Snow, which does have right trigger braking, which is quite important. That's actually given me better handling during races, so I can negotiate some of these tougher corners. Some of these corners are so crazily tight and you're going at such a speed, you really kind of get thrown sideways and lose all your speed, and it's a difference between being in first place and being in 6th place all of a sudden, because these races can be pretty tight. It does, of course, as you expect, get really unclean at times, this racing. People do kind of get in your way and push you off the track and push you out of gates and stuff. So it's pretty much every man for himself in Sparrow Racing. Now, you can do thruster shoves left and right, or dodges. So if you think you're going to hit something you don't want to hit, you can click in the left. You can actually use that against other players as well. I've only used it once successfully though. It's a bit of a art, I guess. But you can kind of budge someone right or left if they're getting on your nerves. I actually managed to budge someone off the track, which was pretty funny, because they were annoying the crap out of me for the best part of the lap, kept banging me into things and stuff. So it is useful at times, unfortunately necessary, because people don't know how to race these days. So this is coming into my 3rd lap now. Just shortly around this corner, we've got the old tank there shooting at us. There are lots of enemy around the circuit, so it feels very much like a Star Wars pod racer in some respects, although definitely a lot busier than that. You do have a lot of local planet enemies that start shooting at you and stuff. I personally haven't been destroyed by any yet, or killed by any, or my bike hasn't been destroyed by any. I have seen other players get blown up by them. So I'm not sure what those guys are doing that I'm not to get themselves killed, but I'm quite grateful I haven't been shot off the bike as yet. Quite a nasty one, that one. It gives you that nice forward gate. You have to remember to turn right as you go through that gate. Not too much, but just enough to get you around that corner. Now, in order for the gate to work, it will give you a boost as you go through the gate, and obviously the key to winning races is to hit as many of those gates as possible. If you hit the very edge of the gate, just the post, as you saw there, you will not get a boost. It's you've got to go through the middle, through the blue bit. You can hit that ship as well. I've kind of hit that right at the top of the ship. It seems really close a lot of the time, but I did actually hit the top of that, and it did kind of, you know, screw my race up. So do be wary you're not going too mad there, because you can launch yourself pretty high sometimes. So nearly over. We've got a couple of Minotaurs in there, look, having a go on the last few corners. Once we get around this S-bend, this is one of the nasty bits of the circuit. We're into the home straight through that warp gate, and then just over the top of this hill, and it's race over. So I managed to maintain the second place at the moment. It's all looking good. Nearly lost her there. If I hadn't regained my control quickly, that could have been a third or fourth place. So that pretty much is Sparrow Racing on Destiny. I've got some more videos of this coming up, so I've got myself a second place there, and I've left the rewards screen up so you can see the kind of rewards you get and stuff. You also get some Grimmel cards for you know, taking part in this Destiny Sparrow Racing as well. So I'll take this opportunity to thank you guys and gals for watching. Do get involved in the Sparrow Racing if you haven't yet. It's really good fun. If you hate Wipeout 2097, you're probably going to hate this, but give it a shot. Who knows, maybe it can change your mind. Please remember to rate, and if you're not a subscriber, it'd be fantastic if you can click that sub button to support King Lizzard's Game Lounge. Take care, keep watching, and I hope you come back soon.